here.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of lovely places to visit in the world. Hawaii is one of the loveliest, but to add that component of history so that you're learning something while you're here, all of a sudden they're getting extra value for that dollar getting here and spending an extra night so they can incorporate and encompass all the historic sites. Now they're staying longer because they don't want to miss out on something that's one of a kind.
And it's a long time saying of the Chinese Confucius, better 1,000 steps traveled than 1,000 books read. Better 1,000 steps traveled, and that was Confucius, the scholar who reveres literature and learning, understood the power of travel. And this is the type of travel we're talking about. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. Thank you. So we have here Kaulaupapa. That's of course our neighbor islands. We're so happy. So and this is where everybody comes together, different groups, different passions and treasures that they want to preserve, complete, different histories. But we all come together as preservation. Iolani Palace. Hello. Thank you so much, Representative Ching. Aloha. And my best to Kippen, the Albachu.
Thank you so much.
Friends of Iolani Palace, what can I say? You cannot say anything about the fact that, our state is the only state that has a palace. We do have three, of course, is the crown jewel of all of them next to the state capitol. That's another reason we are grateful to have this event here at the Capitol, nearby Iolani Palace, and nearby all the things that built our beautiful heritage here. I represent the Nu'uanu Liliha area, and this is the area of Mauna Ala. This is the area of the Battle of Nu'uanu, and the area of always see our chiefess there, Chiefess Liliha, her husband Boki. So this wonderful jewel that throughout the world, not just Hawaii, throughout the world, is what I'm talking about, and I think this is where actually my love of preservation began, when I was able, as a kindergartner, to come to Iolani Palace. Thank you. Mike, thank you very much. Take care. Marine Corps we have here, and Pearl Harbor Shipyard, of course. They come with so much to teach our people, and this is where we're trying to make sure that our legislators, as they pass by, and their staff, they're able to truly understand when they're making policy decisions, to truly understand the role that historic preservation plays. Because I will repeat this, I truly believe that if you want to invest in one thing that could affect education, affect the safety of communities, affect your economy when you are predominantly a tourism industry, you will not find a more silver bullet than this one. It is truly overlooked, and that's what we're trying to do. We're raising awareness so that we don't overlook historic preservation before it's gone. It's like an endangered site. Once it's gone, it's gone. I mean, endangered species, excuse me. So here we have, fabulous. What would we do? The AIA Design Awards. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about when we put the effort into architecture, and I don't know where Don Shaw is, but he won the AIA Design of Excellence, who also helped us with Liliha. We're very grateful for his recreation of the Sea Palace. And that's where the origin of the bill for historic preservation and taking photographs, the intention was, it was not carried out as intended, and we recognize that, and we are going to be swift to fix it. However, we need to know that, these are heritage sites throughout the world, and they can be done with the intelligence and the expertise of architects and recreated. This is the reconstruction of the Water Palace of Bali, the Water Palace of Bali, and it's our local Don Shaw who actually did that. We're very proud of him. We're talking about fine architecture, because fine architecture means that you're investing in the beauty of Hawaii, and that's key to our tourism. People complain at times that why Honolulu is no longer the attractive spot that they prefer, the neighbor islands. Not all of it has to do with the natural. It has to do with the built environment, I believe. When they see that with the day Hawaii looks too much like where they're coming from, they're not going to want to spend that extra money. State Historic Preservation Division. Now this is the department that takes care of historic preservation under PUA-IU for Department of Land and Natural Resources, the ones who can help you to put your home on the registry. And we'll move on. Here we go. This is the national, this is what I want, the Capital National Heritage Area. This is actually my district here, Nu'uanu Valley. It just happens to be my district. We didn't work it today. It is just a history. And Liliha. And we have congressional legislation introduced by Senator Dan Inouye. I believe it's Senate Bill 359. And we're hoping that it'll pass by August in time for statehood. Admissions Day on the National Heritage Area. And we have here some members of the National Heritage Area, right?
Yes, Mission Houses
the
Museum.
Mission Houses Museum. This is Mary Ann Lentz and Elizabeth Nozak. Thank you so very much. And we honored the Mission Houses Museum last year, right?
At the legislature.
At the legislature, on the floor of the House of Representatives for their centennial of not the homes now, those are much older, but for the museum. For the museum being 100 years old, correct? So, you know, a big part, again, I think it was between Iolani Palace and probably going to the mission houses that my love for historic preservation was born as probably a kindergartner, going there for school, and we really believe that what we've been saying, Marianne, is that truly you cannot find a better issue than historic preservation to address some of the things that we're grappling with here at the legislature.
Absolutely. The aim of our education programs is to hook kids on history and hook the general public on history. We've got some new programs that you haven't seen about. We've got a new brochure we'd love to put in your hands.
Good.
And please come see us.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it, Marianne. Thank you, Elizabeth, and you know, thank you for all your work with the exhibits.
Thank you.
Here you have the mission houses, you know, and people need to know the history of how did we even get to be having the Hawaiian language recorded. Well, it was the missionaries who recorded it and created the alphabet of literature for learning. Punahou School, created by the missionaries, who, of course, our new president is a graduate of, the first African-American president in the history of our nation. Hails from Punahou School, which was started by the missionaries. And then you have Bishop Museum, a wonderful, the legacy of Princess Hawaii and her husband, that's opening up soon, their new Hawaii Hall, right?
Yes, we'll be opening in August. We're very excited about that.
In time for statehood. And so Bishop Museum is fabulous, and we're very happy that, you know, they got a wonderful donation from one of our families here, and we're able to boost not only the learning for volcanoes and geology, but they're also got Hawaii Hall.